Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and on this edition of Markets Today, I help you understand the way stock markets have traded throughout the trading session today and what were the key highlights, where were the gains and losses seen. Well, we started off on a firm note above 17,300, but the markets were not able to sustain onto those gains, and towards the end, we saw a sharp sell off and high volatility was seen throughout the trading session, with the Sensex giving up almost 570 odd points towards the end of the session, dropping 1% for both the benchmarks. In fact, Sensex and the Nifty slipping away 1% in trade. When you talk about the Sensex, there was a loss of 571 points. It ended at 57,292. The Nifty also settled at 17,117. So it gave up not just the 17,200 mark, which was a crucial support level, but also 17,150 as well, and it was down about 170 points from its previous close as well. Talk about some of the sectors that were in highlight today. Financials, IT, and oil and gas. These were the biggest contributors to the losses on the Nifty today. Investors globally, in fact, turned quite cautious right from the word go. In the Asian markets, it was mixed trade. The Indian markets traded flat, but on a firm note in the early morning session. But because of the Russia-Ukraine war continuing to rage on onto this 26th day, and no signs of abating and no signs of de-escalation really coming through. None of the peace talks have actually resulted in any resolution so far. That impacted the stock market and investor sentiment as well. Apart from this, we also saw crude oil prices jumping overnight and in today's trading session as well after 2 weeks of continuous decline. Now, gains in some of the sectors like metals and pharma, these were completely offset by the losses seen in financials, in IT, and oil and gas, like I told you. Broader markets, however, did manage to end in the green, with the mid cap 100 index rising about 0.3% odd, the Nifty small cap 100 index rising by 0.8% as well on the index. Now, talk about the other index, the other stock that was in focus today. It was Ruchi Soya that was amidst the news flows of FPO being announced by the company. The shares actually slipped about 10% in trade to trade at 900 rupees in the final hour of trade. The company is set to launch its follow-on public offer worth up to 4,300 crore rupees on March 24th, which will be open till March 28th as well. However, when we talk about the overall market sentiment today, like I said, the markets have been quite volatile. Experts do see this volatility and choppiness to continue till the time we get any clear signs from Russia-Ukraine war really showing some signs of abating. Now, talk about the IT stocks that failed to stay in the green despite the very strong numbers being posted by Accenture on the quarterly basis. The Nifty IT declined by 0.8%, with the big heavyweights like TCS declining over 1%, Wipro falling 0.4%, Infosys trading flat. ONGC was definitely a big laggard today, was a gainer today. In fact, 1.3% of a gain was actually seen on the back of the rise in Brent crude prices that jumped up to $110 a barrel in today's trading session, once again amidst the tight supplies from Russia, amidst this crisis of war as well. Overall, the market breadth was largely neutral with a negative bias. About 893 shares stocks rose on the NSE, whereas 1187 shares fell. The India VIX, which is the volatility index and also known as the fear gauge index, that rose about 9.3% to climb over 24.7 in today's trading session, causing this kind of a stir in the Indian markets today. Experts do see that the Nifty should remain in a consolidating zone going forward from here, and in the broad range of 17,000 to 16,950. On the upside, if the Nifty is able to climb up back again 17,200, one can actually see 17,350 and 17,400. And on the break above 17,400, experts also see a rise up until 17,900 on the Nifty. But a slip below that could be a buying opportunity, as most of the experts have actually suggested. Below 17,000, if the market slip, it could definitely be a buying opportunity for investors looking at the long-term investment options. So that was entirely the market wrap for today's trading session, but I'll keep you posted with everything that's buzzing on D Street. So do stay tuned on to Business Today, for a whole lot is yet to come up on for you with respect to business and stock market news as well. Thanks a lot for tuning in for now.